Precious, I know that we saw this video a while back,
Yeah.
but I think for us, for me especially, we really wanted to be able to identify the things that are really useful for people. So if you're a regular watcher of our channel, this is a little bit different. The video is about Tesla, but we really want to be able to focus on the professional aspect, the job aspect, right? So hopefully you guys are able to see everything that is going on with the robots. I think that's the star of the show is, doing some house cleaning. There was a place where he was he was trying to stir the pots. He didn't do it very well, but he's still trying to do something.
Yep.
As you can see, like the robots are really live. I think those are the important thing. But from our perspective, it's more about the skills to be able to build those things. Precious, what do you think?
For me, I think there's something else I saw in that video because I looked at some of the engineers working in the background, and you can see that some of the features we're looking at people who are maybe from Asia, from other parts of the world, like in the lab right there. I was just looking at them. I was like, this looks like foreigners or immigrants or maybe the like, here in the US or working in Tesla. And I was like, wow, what will it take for to be in that kind of lab and working on projects like that, projects that are going to change the world, are going to revolutionize the world, are going to be around for many years to come. So for me, that's one of the things I was seeing in that video. Yes, robotics are going to really be big in the future, but just like the skills right now into this world that is becoming extremely valuable, and those are the kind of skills that as immigrants or people moving to America and first world countries, the kind of skill that you should be looking at attaining if you are trying to build a career, especially as a young person, or if you're thinking of advising your family, your friends, your younger ones, where to focus in building their career. I think this is what we want to talk about in terms of AI, in terms of software development, in terms of robotics, and just to mention a few.
Yes, you mentioned AI, so I'll talk about AI a little bit afterwards. But the one of the biggest things that is going to power AI that is actually in the very high demand right now is the energy sector. So what are we talking about in terms of energy? If you study electrical engineering, for example, that would be a profession that will be in high demand in the United States. There is a very high shortage of terawatts that is necessary to be able to produce all these kind of, not just produce them really, but also be able to use them. But because remember, all these robots and also the current EVs, electric vehicles that are on the road, are going to be charging, and they need to be charging from somewhere. So there's a big drive towards investment in the energy sector. So if you are in anything that is related to energy, or even like chemical engineering is something that is going to be in high demand, because there's also a lot of talks about recreating nuclear reactors right now. So there's already advanced talks and investments going on in those areas, and AI is the primary brain that is going to be behind all this. I would say it's going to take the biggest share of American GDP, like the way a lot of investments are already going into it. Nvidia is investing big. Tesla is investing big. We all know about OpenAI and ChatGPT. They're the breakout company as far as like AI is concerned.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of other companies that are also investing in the US. We are talking about billions of dollars. So this means that there is job not just for Americans, but also they will try to attract as many professionals as possible. For me, I know that probably robotics might be out of reach for a country like Nigeria, because we don't really do anything that has to do with robots, but definitely energy, we do have people that are going to school that study, whether it's electrical engineering or anything that I mentioned a little bit while ago, chemical engineering. Those kind of skills will be needed here. Also, AI right now, we don't need data centers in Nigeria. The country is not equipped to build powerful data centers yet, but you can definitely start building AI models wherever you are to be able to take advantage of what is already existing in a country like the US. The AI skills as a computer scientist, especially, you can start specializing in and to prepare yourself to be able to move to a place like the United States. Those are my thoughts about the future of job in the United States. And if you're an immigrant, we strongly encourage you to look into that sector. That's something that you are guaranteed to get a job in.
100% guarantee, Wale. You're very correct about that. I know we've talked in our previous videos about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths, and they are very relevant in building the future. And so, yeah, Wale, 100%.
Yeah, I do want to share a couple of videos just to show you how advanced the robotics is really moving at the pace. You might have seen some videos from Boston Dynamics, one of the best companies as far as robotics is concerned. But I think one big thing that their robots are missing is AI, or intelligence to say. I'm using videos especially from Tesla because, Tesla is the only company that is showing like how they are progressing as far as robotics and intelligence is combined into a single product. So this is the event from We Robots. This is last year. This is the state of the robots.
It's just a robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels. And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of that. And then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you can have your own personal R2-D2 C3PO. And I think at scale, this would cost something like, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000. Probably less than a car, is my prediction long term.
Yeah, this is the robot when they first unveiled it to the world. I'm going to share the second state of the robot right now. This is a video for this year. It even has some African dance moves.
That means if you're bored, you can dance with your robots and have fun with your robot, man. That is wow, brother. That is wow. That's unimaginable.
Bro, that robot can dance way better than I do.
I'm sure it can dance way better than both of us. But that is impressive to see where the development has gotten to. And this is not a finished product.
No, it's not.
This product is still in development, right? And if you hear from the first video, Elon Musk said that the desire is at scale. You can have your personal robot, and you're trying to see how affordable it will be. It's like owning a car. So if you have a car, you probably can own a robot to kind of just do things for you around the house, and probably send the robot to go shopping at go shopping at Walmart or something.
But seriously, the robot is going to be so popular. A lot of rich people are going to order it in Nigeria. Of course, rich people can mostly afford this.
When it launches, I mean, there may be later.
When it launches, you'll be surprised that it will start replacing a lot of the things that, like the house helps, are very, very common in Nigeria. It will start replacing things like that, just to make sure that you have this robot that can do anything that you want it to do. Well, except when it runs out of battery, it needs to go and recharge. But technically speaking, it doesn't tire. And this definitely, I agree with Elon Musk, is going to be the largest product ever in the history of mankind. If you're migrating here and you want a guaranteed job, you should definitely be looking into robotics, energy, AI. That is something that will be very helpful for your professional career into the future. So that's all the thoughts I have for today. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken well. It's just awesome, man. I'm looking forward to, seeing comments under this video of people who really, really are looking at jumping in the industry and just growing their career in that. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe. We are looking forward to see you in the next video. Thank you.
All right, bye.